Okay, as promised, yeah, no, it's not that big. We have my top 10 saves from this past 2014 to 15 term. We're gonna go from 10 to 1, obviously. Now, number 10. I have a father with 4 kids. He's always anxious to go. The light is green, but all these cars are backed up here to here. And this lane here is wide open. Okay, now the 40 represents them, the 45 represents me, and the 30 carbine represents all the traffic. Okay, so the traffic is backed up to here, but on this side it's wide open. See what I mean? Now, he's hollering at his kids to move, and I squat down and throw the sign up and block them, and the cars are whizzing by here. Had I not done that, they would have come across, and they would have got hit. Would they have gotten killed? Most likely not, but you never know. Now, next we have the day before Thanksgiving break. There's an old man with a cane coming this way. I go across here. While I'm waiting for him, a young guy about 20 something years old on a bike comes down here. He's coming down the hill to me. Actually, he's on this side of me. I take this finger and I fling my arm out, and with this finger I stop the bike as a pickup truck was coming across here. He would have came in the road on the bike and got hit by the pickup truck. Now here's the funny part. If it wasn't for the old man with the cane, I wouldn't have been nowhere near this place. So this is one of those, the old man with the cane is walking down the street, and while I'm waiting for the old man with the cane, this fucking kid comes flying by. This was in the afternoon, this was in the afternoon, both times in the afternoon. Number 8, we're going from 10 to 1. I have there's a couple of trucks parked here, and when they park here, cars coming by you can't see. I have a couple of women here with their baby carriages, and I'm like, get back. And they get back right away. Here I am. Then I have a whole bunch of junior high school kids, 7th and 8th graders coming along. You know how the 8th graders are, the 7th graders, making jokes and shit. And this one kid, he's a 7th grader this past year. Got one more year at his ass. He's always making funny jokes, and I'm always laughing at him, but he's like, man, if I get hit, I'll sue and I'll give you a cut of the money. I'm like, dude, shut up. And they want to fucking run out. This car's blocking the traffic. They want to run out, and I'm standing there. The mothers of the carriages are back, but the fucking junior high school kids, I'm right up against. I'm like, get the frig back, get the frig back, get the frig back. And when the light changes, they want to run out, but I'm telling them to get back, and boom, fucking car comes. The car would have hit about 7 or 8 of them all at once. Yeah. Now, the day I bought my revolver, there's a girl here about in her 20s in the afternoon. I'm over here. And I'm telling her, get back, get back, get back. And a car comes by and scrapes the curb, and the car runs where her toes would have been. She would have lost her toes. Now, in the morning of one day, that was number 7. Number 6, I'm over here. The girl that always buys me this shit, she always give me perfect cologne for Christmas Day, and she always give me nice stuff. Yeah. Her and her mother are coming by here. And I'm here. Pouring fucking rain. I got the rain jacket on. I got the hoodie on. I'm covered in shit. It's pouring rain. Some asshole in a minivan comes flying, splashing through the water. They're ready to walk into the road. I don't see them. I just hear them. And I knock my elbow and just knock them out of the way. They would have got here as the van was coming here. And there was so much water splashing around, that van wouldn't have been able to stop. That was number 6. Okay, now remember the baby I saved last year, the pregnant woman? I saw him and his mother in the morning on my birthday, March 10th. And we're over here, and I'm telling her the story about when I was born, about how I almost died. And that's when she realized how important it was for me to save her son, and that's why that's when she realized it. In the afternoon, I'm 5 minutes early. Her and her son are here. I'm here. I'm 5 minutes early, as usual. Car is coming this way. They're in the middle of the road this way. The car is zooming. He's going to knock them both over, the mother and the baby carriage. Yeah, these fucking rounds. And I'm over here yelling at her to get back. I yell at her. She hears me. She gets back. Car whizzes by. On my birthday. Now, this was in the afternoon. Remember I said the road here is always backed up? Well, the road here is always backed up again. Light's green. This side is clear. I'm over here. I got a guy in a wheelchair riding off the sidewalk in the street. He gets to about here. This side is backed up. This side is not. I scream at him to get back, and he gets back as he's here. He's literally about to walk in front of the road and get hit by a car. And he's already in a fucking wheelchair. Electric wheelchair. So he would have been friggin' paralyzed more. Or fucking dead or some shit. Now, the third one I talked about a lot. I know I talked about this once before. This is in the morning. I'm here. Girl's here. She comes across here. Now, my sixth sense tells me to go over to her. And I'm like, but she's in high school. I'm not responsible for her. And then my sixth sense is like, do you remember the pregnant woman from last year? There's her here and an adult man here. So I'm like, alright, fine, I'll fucking go. And I'm walking. And when I get to here, the light's red here and green here. And I hear the click of the box, the light is going to change. A mini school bus is coming flying this way. And I scream at the top of my lungs, get back, get back, get back. This man here hears me and stops. This girl here is completely oblivious. Not paying any attention, fucking daydreaming. And there's a mini school bus coming this way. And then there's a sedan coming this way. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I get to her. I'm not even fucking joking when I say this. That's how close it was. I take the sign and knock her back a second before the car hits her and paralyzes her. If she stuck out her tongue, she would have got run over. The man is coming here. He's like, good job, man. I still got the sign holding against her body. And I'm ready to have a fucking heart attack. I put the sign down, and she walks across the street oblivious to all reality. I get back over here, and the bird shits in my arm. I'm fucking serious. A bird shit on my fucking arm. A second after I saved the girl from being fucking paralyzed. Oh, those motherfucking pigeons. Chicken makes like a video game or some shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, this make a cool video game if I could like illustrate like they do in courtrooms. Now, number 2, I'm here. There's a truck parked here. He's doing a delivery for the furniture place over here. And the truck driver tells me, because he realizes how hard it is for me to see past him. So the truck driver says, you know what, man, I'll move my truck. Alright, fine. So I get back here. Mother, father, baby carriage. The father's pushing the baby carriage. They're standing here. Now, sometimes the truck hits the curb. This truck driver's intention is to jump on top of the curb and park on the sidewalk to unload the stuff. That way he's not blocking traffic. As he's turning, the father is right here with the baby carriage. Okay? And I'm here. And I knock the father back as the tire hits the curb. The tire would have hit the baby carriage and killed a baby less than 2 years old. The father had no comprehension that truck was going to jump the curb. And I almost had a friggin' heart. You can tell when you have a near fatality how your heart just sinks into your chest and just, your heart's in your chest, but your heart sinks to your stomach. And oh, it's so fucking horrible. Now, the last one. I had my school bus here in the afternoon. This is May 20th of this year. Now, when the school buses come, you stand here, and all the kids get out. I have 3 sisters, 6th grader, pre-K-er, and 5th grader, I think. They get off here, and they come here. I have 3 other girls that come across. Now, 2 of those girls walk this way. 1 girl who's in 7th grade walks this way. She's almost as big as I am. She's a 7th grader. The 3 sisters go across this way. Because there's 3 of them, and because they're all younger than this girl, I always go with them, and I never go with her. I keep my eye on her, but I go with them. They're here. Car is coming. Light's red. Car runs the red light. There are people here. I scream the order to get back. As I scream the order to get back, I turn my head down and look instinctively at the sisters. The older sister has grabbed the middle sister, not the pre-K, but the middle sister, because it goes older sister, baby, middle sister's on the end. The middle sister was not paying attention, and she went to walk in the road. The older sister heard my scream, and out of instinct grabbed her sister. And the sister is still not paying attention, but the sister is stunned by her older sister holding her. And I take the stop sign, and I almost hit her in the face, but I swing it by her face, and it stuns her, and she wakes up. She was maybe 1.5 feet away. And because she's so small, even though she's the middle sister, she's really short. And her head is below where the car line is. The car doesn't see her, nor does he give a shit. Here's the funny part. Here's the sick part. Had it not been for the older sister grabbing the younger sister when she heard my voice, I wouldn't have made the save. And the second to last day of school, I told the sister, I said, listen, without your help, I wouldn't have done it. And people that do great things for a living hate the word hero it's just a very, very, very uncomfortable word that we don't like to hear. You know, firemen, paramedics, service members, emergency room doctors. We just hate hearing that word hero. We just hate it. It's a very uncomfortable word. That's why I didn't use it. But, you know, if there was the hero of the hour, it wasn't me. It was this older sister. And when I got over here, after I moved them across, I got over here with a 6th grade boy and girl from the school past. They're walking home, and they saw the look on my face, and I saw I was almost crying. So, and I had to tell them, because I literally almost started crying in the street. And the second to last day of school, when they were getting off the bus, the pre-K is done, and it's only the older two sisters. And I stopped there, and I tell the older sister, and we had to see the look on her face. She realized then exactly how important she was. I mean, what did you do when you were in 6th grade, okay? What did you do for your little brothers and your little sisters when you were younger? Just imagine that you're 6th grade and someone is telling you that without your help, their younger sister would have been killed in front of themselves and their baby sister. Okay, now, this is my top 10 of the year, but the greatest save of the year, I mentioned once before, happened on Festivus Day, December 23rd, 2014. This does not belong to me. This belongs to God. I'm here. There's another man here. He's a security guard at the hospital. He's standing next to me. This traffic is backed up here. Lights green. A young man about 19 or 20 walks across the road. He comes out. I'm screaming at him to get back, and I go to run after him. As he crosses the double yellow line, a car comes, and this young man walks into the car and hits the side of the car. The motorist stops right there, rolls down his window to make sure the guy is okay. Someone yells out, "Get the license plate." Someone else is like, "It's not his fault." The motorist has a couple of choice words. I run across, guy's on the sidewalk. I gotta give him the 3 questions. Are you hurt? No. Do you want to press charges? No. As soon as he hears he's not pressing charges, he takes off. If he wanted to press charges, I would have had to get a cop there to file charges, but charges would have went nowhere because he's committing jaywalking. The motorist wasn't breaking the law. The motorist had a green light. The motorist was going the speed limit. The motorist stopped to make sure it was okay. No crime was committed on the motorist's behalf. Any crime was committed was jaywalking by the pedestrian. And then I said to the guy, "Why didn't you hear my warning?" He said, "I got my fucking hearing, my earplug, my radio in, you know, your fucking portable Walkman, iPad, or iPod, whatever the fuck it is." I was like, "Take one ear out next time." Here's the funny part. If this kid was 1 second, which means you snap your fingers, blink your eyes. If he was 1 second earlier, he would have came here and the car would have ran him over and killed him. And it wouldn't have been the driver's fault, it would have been the pedestrian's fault for being a jerk. That was an act of God, my friends. This was the greatest I'd ever seen, and I played no part in it. This was entirely God himself, okay? So, I have to take credit for my 9 that I did by myself. I have to take partial credit for my buddy helping me save her sister's life. But this act goes entirely to God. This doesn't do it justice. You had to be there to see it. Okay, so I like to thank God for... And the guy did hit the car. I did think he was going to have his entire body busted open. He walked into the side of the car and hit the car. The car didn't hit him, he hit the car. But he didn't have a scratch on him. And he came from a second of being nearly killed. So that was all God. And give all glory to God. That was not my doing. Okay, well, guess I'll see you next year.